99. Oh boy.
Oh boy. What's up, Lite Brite Nation?
What's going on, Lite Brite Nation?
So we recently let you guys all in on a little secret, and that was that we purchased a new vehicle.
Yeah, so today we are in Davis, Oklahoma at the Crossbar Ranch. It is 7,000 acres of rocks and streams and awesome trails off-roading.
So today is officially going to be the day that all of you get to meet Child's Play. So let us officially introduce to you our Bomber 4400 car, our Ultra 4 car that we will be racing in King of the Hammers 2021. Guys, oh my God. So there we were, sitting in the middle of a motorcycle dealership, talking to a salesman. Kevin was this close to convincing me that buying a BMW S1000 RR was not the most terrible idea in the history of ever, when all of a sudden...
My buddy texted me and he's like, hey, do you know anybody that wants to buy an Ultra 4 car? And I'm like, I mean, we could put it out on the
YouTube channel or something.
Instagram,
yeah, we have
YouTubes,
reach.
and sure, I was like, how much? And when he sent me the price of $50,000, and I know these are $200,000, I was like, Brittany, so instead of buying a motorcycle, what if we buy...
We compromised!
Yeah. So I was like, why don't we just take the money we were saving to buy a house?
We've been saving for years to buy a house.
And like, we'll take that down payment, and we'll do something we love to do.
So we may be putting the house off a little bit longer, you guys,
hey,
because
look,
not adults don't make great financial decisions, but that's subjective because this seems like a pretty cool financial
On a positive note, Kevin doesn't have a liter bike that does 200 miles an hour, right? We don't have a house that we have to worry about and take care of.
And maintain and house payment
because
and a
this will be
mortgage.
no maintenance at all, I'm sure.
Zero maintenance.
So anyway, it literally, for the price, yes, that's a lot of money.
Just so you guys are aware, this is how it happens every single time. From the moment Kevin's friend Sean, my friend, our friend Sean, messaged us, 2 hours later, we had decided together that we were going to purchase an Ultra 4 car because we just, it's a disease.
So what's weird is before I was even off-roading, before I had a Land Cruiser, obviously well before I had a Jeep, I've always loved Ultra 4 cars. They're like the Swiss Army knife of the off-road world, right? They're meant to do everything and anything, and I've always, like, it's been a pipe dream. Like, oh, I'd love to have one of those one day.
It's
one
like
of those
the
like
ultimate of ultimate.
Yeah, it was always
vehicles.
one of those like I'd love to have one of those one day, and it was a pipe dream. Never thought it would work.
Well, now, guys, it is not a pipe dream. We are turning it into reality. We are so far in over our heads, it's not even funny, because racing in King of the Hammers is no joke. Owning an Ultra 4 car is no joke. But the opportunity arose.
Arose? Anyways, the opportunity presented itself, and we are where we are in life because we never let opportunities pass us by. Yeah.
And
who wants to go for a ride along with me in the Ultra 4 car?
Child's play, you guys.
Child's play. You guys want to. Come get a ride along.
Holy crap.
So in preparation for getting in the racing spirit, we got these Rue helmets, USA made. What's super cool is it's got comm and drink port built in. It's got the microphone literally right there.
Look at that.
It's got earphones inside. Here's the earphones.
Look at that.
And then the biggest thing, which I won't need at King of the Hammers, but it's got cool suit adapters. So I can literally run a cool suit and run cool through the helmet, and then of course it's got the forced induction air up here. So I can literally have AC in my helmet, because if I run the cool suit and I run cool water through it as it's blowing cold air, that's freaking AC, baby.
Except we probably won't have that because we're not that cool. Get it? Get it?
Because we're not cool enough for the cool suit.
All right, get in. Go for your first ride.
Oh my god.
I want to see you climb in.
Alright, so seat belts first.
So if no one is helping you, it's window net first.
Oh.
If someone's helping you, then window net can go whenever.
Okay.
There you go. Then take this, make it go like that, and then put it on your head. Push it all the way. Yep, there you go.
Hey, there it is.
Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, you are super loud up in here.
Yeah, well, wait till I start the car.
Kevin's official first ride in our brand new Ultra 4 car, aka Child's Play. So this is called the rock face. See that handy dandy sign?
It's in 4-wheel drive, right? Holy sh**, I might need a kidney belt. Holy sh**.
That was like half.
Yeah, so basically it just goes over whatever you want it to go over.
Yeah, I don't give a
Oh man. You guys can't see my face right now, but holy sh**.
Holy sh**. Oh my god. The thing that makes it even that much more awesome is not even just what it's doing. That's incredible in and of itself, but the way it sounds when it's doing it is insane. That sounds so mean. Ah!
You're right, like side hill and stuff, like it feels so much more stable than Jeeps or everything, because the center of gravity is so low.
Yeah, it doesn't hang.
No.
When it tips, you
well,
know?
like my side-by-side always feels like I'm gonna freaking flop it over.
Yeah, where this is just like, okay.
Well, that's gonna ruin things. That's gonna ruin things for me. Oh man.
I don't know how many times we're gonna say this in this video, but what have we done?
Okay, I think this is what I've been missing in my life. Wow. Wow. I guess, wow. Holy shit. Oh.
That's so dope! Oh my god!
Yeah, oh man.
Kevin,
Yeah.
how is it?
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Is that
Like there's not really any other words.
Seriously, I feel like that's unlike anything you've probably ever have been
Oh
in
no,
before.
it's like everything I've ever wanted. It's literally everything I've ever wanted. I don't even...
The dynamics are so different, right? It doesn't care about size or side slope or angle.
Well, I mean, look, there's no weight above your lap.
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
like
It
the
is-
spare
that is
tire is the
insane. It is
heaviest
absolutely
thing.
insane. I hope it's as capable as I am confident. Like I'm so confident in this thing that nothing can go wrong, that I hope it's as capable as I am confident after riding it. That is crazy.
And like I said, we're just scratching the surface there. That was like
Holy
half throttle up the hill.
Holy shit. What do you think?
I was gonna say I want one, but we have one. We just bought it.
You got your wish.
Ah.
Okay, so this is our new bomber car. This is Sean Day, owner of Stinger Motorsport. He is the one who just ruined our lives.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sort of ruined. I mean, really made them better. I don't know. But he's going to actually kind of go over high level what this car is and why he's been successful, because last year you just piloted this thing from...
I navigated. Brian Trotter drove.
But from
103rd to 26th.
103rd to 26th. So,
and we finished the last 2 years, not just last year.
So the car can do it, but
no
now...
pressure.
The car can do it now. Can Brittany and I do it? I don't know, but
It's proven for a reason.
Yeah,
Why?
it is. So this is bomber. It's a bomber chassis built by Bomber Fab Randy Slauson. This car was built in 2013. We've been through it all the way down to bare axles, bare chassis, bare engine block, the whole.
So it's a 13, but it's been torn down, rebuilt up twice. And so now the engine normally was an LS3, but it's not an LS3 anymore.
No, it's 427 cubic inch motor. It's same size as an LS7, but it's an LS3. It makes like 675 horsepower.
Only 600.
Yeah, but it'll do it all day. And then it's backed up by a 4L80E that was built by Tom Park. It's got all built internals, blah blah blah. Build a torque converter, all that stuff. Oh, Atlas 2-speed.
Atlas. So Atlas is what we've been wanting in our JL for a while, and we're we're still waiting. Atlas.
And it's a 2-to-1, right?
Yeah, this is only a 2-to-1 because, well, you just don't go that slow.
Yeah.
Right. We have a 4-to-1. I want a 3-to-1 because our Hemi makes so much torque
Sure.
that I want to actually go from a 4-to-1 to a 3-to-1. So I because
you don't need it.
I don't need it.
Well, now you got no weight and all the torque, so now you can go 2-to-1.
Yeah. And then our axles.
So they're Spider Trax axles, 40 spline axles, gun drilled, 543 gears, 10-inch ring gear, spool in the rear, Detroit
so it's
locker in the
just,
front.
I mean, it's just the best of what we can put on it.
It is literally the best money can buy.
And I noticed you have a lot of ground clearance being a solid axle. A lot of the
it's a big deal.
A lot of the Ultra 4 stuff is IFS now. The guys who have big money are IFS, but the solid axle stuff in the rocks is just
I mean, look, IFS is really cool, and it is really competitive. They've come amazingly far, but by the way, we passed like 60 of them.
So this is what Brittany and I are getting ourselves into. It is well built, but we're gonna have to keep up with it. We have to learn how to drive it. There's so much to know about it.
So much. We're so far.
How many times have we worked? How many times has he worked on it already in 24 hours?
My favorite part was when I showed up with a truck full of spares, a big bin of stuff. He goes, "Well, what's that for? That's not for this, is it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's all your stuff now."
Kevin goes, "How much do we need to take with us?" And he goes, "All of the parts."
Yeah, and I'm like, "It just goes with the car. What are you talking about?"
So guys, here we go. We have 600 plus horsepower, built transmission, built transfer case, built axles around a chassis that's lightweight and ready to rock.
Yeah, we're like 3,600 pounds.
What are we doing with our life?
Doing the best stuff ever.
Yes. Guys, look, so in addition to actually the Bomber, the 4400 car, there's also this giant bin of things, like spare parts. And we're gonna try to lift it out. How much does it weigh, you think?
I think it's probably like 2,000, 2,100 pounds.
Of spare parts. And to help lift it, look at this soft shackle, you guys. Holy shit. Guys, it's like every minute that passes, something new or some new bit of information pops up, and we realize just how underprepared we are for this decision that we've made. When you don't have a forklift, you make do. Oh. There we go. Yay!
So if you don't already think we're crazy enough, well, Sean's gonna prove that to you. First things first, I can pull the steering wheel off.
Well, so it gets a little weirder than that. The steering wheel's not even connected to the front wheels. So even when it's attached to this shaft, it doesn't go to the front wheels at all.
It goes to a pump.
It goes to a valve, which is here, and then there's a pump on the front, and then there's this giant steering ram like you see on like Bigfoot, the monster truck, and there is no mechanical link. It's full hydraulic.
So your steering wheel does not go to a gearbox that goes to a tie rods that goes to a drag link. None of that's there. Literally
full hydraulic steering.
Literally just it's hydraulic. So what's funny is I was driving it, and as I'm turning, you can go to full lock, and then you can keep turning the steering wheel.
And when you stop turning, it doesn't go back to center.
Right.
So like if you just hold it, you're like, oh, and I'm gonna keep going this way.
Or if you let it go, it'll keep going that way.
Yeah,
like
so you have to drive it back to center. It's really weird. I need a sun visor, but you know, you're shaking going through the desert or whatever, right? How's the sun visor gonna stay down? Well, it's got a spring action, and you clock it on all these different settings here.
Oh, so push in.
Yeah, you push in and it ratchets, and it's like, what the over-engineered is this? But then when you start shaking going through the desert, right? You have to. And then you get into like brakes, right? So it's manual brakes, but you have two separate systems. So you've got front and rear, and then we have what's called a balance bar in between, so you can adjust your bias front and rear. And then on the pedal here.
So let me get this straight. Manual brakes. That means no power assist. That means 40-inch tires with bead locks going race speed, and when you hit the brake pedal, it's like trying to push through the earth. It's like literally.
How do you think I got?
Look at this.
You know, I mean, that's where those came from. Was
tree stumps.
Remember that workout regimen you're supposed to be?
Yeah.
You better step back up.
Yeah, I have to. Manual brakes.
Our first King of the Hammers, my driver and I'm the navigator. We worked out 6 days a week for 6 months before King of the Hammers.
I've got 6 months right now.
Look at, I know, I just
got
totally screwed you with. She's like, you're gonna be all buff for Hammers.
Yeah.
And I want to point out real quick too, the fact that we have like a full air system set up to go into our helmets.
The best part is it's got a filter on it, so that you don't like, you know, eat dust all day and end up like sneezing like, you know, like, like a huge
So
dust
the point
pile.
of this is actually blows on, cools you off, and also it's positive pressure, so it keeps dust from entering your helmet. Look, we have different levers
Twin
here.
sticks.
Twin sticks.
All right, so twin sticks. So this is your transfer case. This represents your front axle. This represents your rear axle.
All right, so next, what happens if you break down on the trail? Oh, well, what did you break? A drive shaft? Because I got you one. Oh, did you break an axle shaft? Well, I got you one. Oh, maybe your power steering pump went out. No worries. Let's unbolt this one and put it on.
How about the Bluetooth alternator? Because, you know, it's not really connected to anything right now. But yeah, well, I mean, honestly, you wouldn't have a trunk, right? So you can't just like throw it in there and think it's going to be there at the end of the trail.
Oh, wait, it's my other drive shaft that broke. Oh, good. That's right here.
Literally, there are spare parts.
But wait, there's more.
Bolted to this entire vehicle
Look
randomly.
in between the seats, Brittany. There's the other axle shaft, side axle shaft.
Oh, there you go.
There.
Look at that.
Yeah, you know, we got creative. We were really good at Tetris, so we just, you know, like put things everywhere, right? There's a spare serpentine belt up here in the roof.
I did see belts, yeah.
So serpentine belts in the roof, and then, you know, we zip ties to our chassis.
Oh my God, I didn't even see that. There's literally just zip ties.
Those things will save your life. All right, so exhaust is a little different on this because, as you can see, it's like the packaging's really tight. There's not a lot of places to put all this stuff. We have to run the exhaust up and over the engine, which makes things really hot on the back, and you don't want to melt like your electronics or, you know, your intake manifold, because what could possibly go wrong? So if you see back here, see this black coating?
Yeah.
So that is actually the exact same coating put on by the exact same company who does it for the U.S. military for the M1 Abrams main battle tank.
That's the coating around the jet engine that's supposed to bring the temperatures way, well, it's not supposed to be, they do.
Yeah. So the metal inside can be up to 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, and the mill spec says that the outside has to be 136 degrees Fahrenheit or less.
Holy crap.
So when this is running, I can go down here to the exhaust tip and I can literally hold my hand on the tip while it's running, and it's just like, whatever. Okay, so another thing that's like not really a good idea is to have like big rubber hoses between a radiator and an engine, you know, because like rocks and, you know, what could go wrong.
Makes sense, yeah.
And so since our radiator's here, you know, it's this giant, huge 4-core aluminum thing, right? Well, the engine's up there. So
where's the coolant go?
Yeah, exactly. So rubber hoses, bad idea, right? So this small hose here goes into the frame.
Right there, it connects
the
us
frame runs
to the
along
frame.
the length down here, comes up through the engine bay, through the frame rail, exits the frame rail, and goes into the water pump.
Look at that. You see where the tube comes out of the frame?
And then the hot water from the other side goes into this side of the chassis. And goes back.
Your coolant is literally running through
the frame,
the chassis, through the frame of this entire vehicle.
But what's cool is that then the frame becomes another radiator.
So as you can tell, not only is this so much more complicated than what we originally expected, because this is all stuff we learned today.
Yeah.
But this is all stuff that we're going to have to really learn about, because this is all brand new and we've never experienced before.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely curious, you know, as we're going along this entire experience, this entire journey, that will be a hot mess, I am sure. What do you guys want to learn? What do you guys want to see most out of this? Let us know in the comments below, because I'm genuinely curious. How can we best entertain you other than the obvious?
So I think I bit off more than I could chew. I'm weighing over my head, and the lackadaisical, fun, whimsical Kevin. I don't know what's gonna happen.
This is gonna be the craziest, wildest, potentially greatest catastrophe train wreck of our lives. We have no idea. It's gonna be amazing though, because
I mean,
guys,
Sean worked on this thing like 4 times in literally less than 24 hours, and we weren't even doing anything.
And they're not big
hard.
things, just like, oh, you hear that? Let's make sure that's tight. Oh, you hear that? Let's make sure that's plugged correctly. Like, oh, let's replace that real quickly. Oh, God. Anyways, guys, this is going to be nuts. I've got to give another shout out to the Crossbar Ranch here in Davis, Oklahoma. If you guys are in the North Texas area, Oklahoma, surrounding areas, and you want to go wheeling, this is the place.
Yeah, this place was actually really fun. They've got water, they've got camping, they have primitive camping, they have overlanding sections.
And they've got some gnarly trails.
Yeah, some fun.
Easy trails and some gnarly trails, for sure.
They have everything you want.
Guys, I hope y'all are as excited as we are. Hopefully you're not as nervous as we are, but this This is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Look at this. For positive side of things, it's gonna be amazing. We are racing at King of the Hammers 2021 in a 4400 car that we just bought because we are not adults. I don't know what we're doing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all of your Lite Brite Nation merch at litebritstudios.com, all of your Lite Brite Nation decals at pixeldecals.com, and of course, don't forget about e3offroad.com, where we are still giving away a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Guys, we love you so much, and we will see you next time.
Later, guys. Have a good one.
Whoopsies.
What did you do, man? Told you could do that burnout.
Follow you. Look what I do.
I thought at first, even though we passed him and I saw him, I thought at first you were the one that made the noise.
That's what I did too.
No, he whooped at me, not me whooping at him. That's funny.
We got whoop whoop.
Yeah, I think it's not you, but those right there stay over there.